Off the coast of the Pacific Northwest, a geological time bomb is ticking. This region, known for its stunning landscapes and serene ocean views, hides a dangerous secret beneath its waters. Hidden beneath the ocean's surface lies the Cascadia Subduction Zone, a fault line stretching for 700 miles along the Pacific Northwest coast. This fault is where the Juan de Fuca tectonic plate grinds against the North American plate. The interaction between these two massive tectonic plates is a slow and silent buildup of pressure accumulating over centuries. The Cascadia Subduction Zone is a type of fault called a megathrust fault, which is capable of generating the most powerful earthquakes on Earth. These megathrust earthquakes are not just powerful, they are also notoriously unpredictable. Scientists can estimate the probability of an earthquake occurring, but they cannot determine the exact timing. The result of this pressure buildup will eventually be released in a cataclysmic event known as the Cascadia earthquake. This earthquake will not only shake the ground but also generate massive tsunamis that could devastate coastal communities. The uncertainty of when this event will occur adds another layer of complexity to the already daunting prospect of a Cascadia earthquake. It is not a matter of if but when this sleeping giant will awaken. The question is, will we be ready? Emergency preparedness is crucial for the residents of the Pacific Northwest. Understanding the risks and having a plan in place can make a significant difference in the aftermath of such a disaster. Communities must work together to ensure that they are prepared for the inevitable. This includes building infrastructure that can withstand earthquakes, conducting regular emergency drills, and educating the public about the dangers and necessary precautions. Scientists and researchers continue to study the Cascadia Subduction Zone, hoping to unlock more clues about when the next big earthquake might strike. Their work is vital in helping to mitigate the impact of this natural disaster. While we cannot stop the forces of nature, we can certainly prepare for them. The key to surviving the Cascadia earthquake lies in awareness, preparation, and community resilience. The Cascadia Subduction Zone serves as a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of our planet. By understanding and respecting these natural forces, we can better protect ourselves and our communities. It is not a matter of if, but when, this sleeping giant will awaken. The question is, will we be ready? The time to prepare is now. The safety and future of the Pacific Northwest depend on it. The Cascadia earthquake is not your average earthquake. It is a seismic event that has the potential to reshape the entire Pacific Northwest. It's not just about the ground shaking for a few seconds. The tremors could last for several minutes, causing unprecedented damage. It's about a chain reaction of devastating events that will unfold, impacting millions of lives. From the initial quake to the subsequent tsunamis, the destruction will be widespread. Imagine the ground shaking violently, for minutes, not seconds. The sheer force will be enough to topple buildings and fracture the earth. Buildings crumble, bridges collapse, and tsunamis surge inland. The infrastructure we rely on daily will be in ruins. This is the potential reality of a Cascadia earthquake. The aftermath will leave communities struggling to rebuild for years. The magnitude of this earthquake is projected to be at least 9.0 on the Richter scale. Such a powerful quake will be felt far and wide. To put that into perspective, the 2011 Tohoku earthquake in Japan, which triggered a devastating tsunami, was a magnitude 9.0. The destruction it caused was immense. The energy released by a Cascadia earthquake would be equivalent to hundreds of atomic bombs detonating simultaneously. The sheer power is almost unimaginable. This event has the potential to be the worst natural disaster in North American history. The scale of destruction could surpass anything we've seen before. Its impact will extend far beyond the immediate region, affecting the entire continent's economy and infrastructure. The ripple effects will be felt for generations. The Cascadia Subduction Zone has a long and violent history. Scientists have uncovered evidence of past earthquakes revealing the true power of this fault line. One such event occurred on January 26, 1700, when a massive earthquake struck the region. The earthquake, estimated to be a magnitude 9.0, sent a tsunami across the Pacific Ocean, causing damage as far away as Japan. Native American oral histories from the Pacific Northwest also recount tales of massive earthquakes and tsunamis. These stories, passed down through generations, serve as a stark reminder of the region's seismic past. The evidence is clear: the Cascadia Subduction Zone is capable of producing catastrophic earthquakes. Ignoring these historical precedents would be a grave mistake. We must learn from the past and prepare for the future. Scientists are constantly monitoring the Cascadia subduction zone, using advanced technology to understand its behavior. GPS stations track the slow movement of the tectonic plates, while seismic sensors detect even the slightest tremors. The data collected helps researchers estimate the probability of a major earthquake occurring in the future. The current estimates are sobering. There is a 1 in 3 chance of a magnitude 9.0 or greater earthquake occurring in the Cascadia subduction zone in the next 50 years. There is also a 1 in 10 chance of a smaller but still powerful earthquake occurring in the same time frame. These probabilities are a stark reminder that the Cascadia earthquake is not a matter of if, but when. The science is clear, we must be prepared. Section 5. The ripple effect. Economic and social consequences of a megaquake. The impact of a Cascadia earthquake will extend far beyond the immediate region. The economic consequences will be staggering. The Pacific Northwest is a vital economic hub, home to major cities like Seattle, Portland, and Vancouver. A major earthquake will cripple infrastructure, disrupt supply chains, and cause widespread business closures. The social impacts will be equally devastating. Thousands of people may be injured or killed, hospitals will be overwhelmed, and emergency services will struggle to respond to the widespread need. The displacement of communities and the loss of homes will lead to a humanitarian crisis. The psychological toll of such a disaster cannot be underestimated. The trauma of experiencing a major earthquake and its aftermath will have long-lasting effects on individuals and communities. Section 6. Aftershocks. Long-term impacts on infrastructure and recovery. The initial earthquake will be just the beginning. Aftershocks, some potentially as powerful as major earthquakes themselves, will continue to shake the region for months or even years. These aftershocks will further damage already weakened infrastructure, hampering rescue and recovery efforts. The rebuilding process will be lengthy and expensive. It will require a coordinated effort from local, state, and federal governments as well as private industries. The region will need to rebuild not only physical infrastructure, but also its economy and social fabric. The Cascadia earthquake will be a defining moment for the Pacific Northwest. It will test the resilience of its communities and their ability to adapt and rebuild. Section 7. Facing the inevitable, the importance of preparedness. Despite the daunting nature of the threat, there is hope. We can mitigate the impacts of a Cascadia earthquake by taking proactive steps to prepare. Preparedness is not just the responsibility of government agencies, it's a shared responsibility that involves individuals, families, and communities. We need to shift our mindset from one of complacency to one of preparedness. This means acknowledging the risk, understanding the potential consequences, and taking concrete actions to reduce our vulnerability. By investing in preparedness measures, we can save lives, protect our communities, and build a more resilient future. Section 8. Practical steps for survival, building a culture of earthquake readiness. There are many practical steps we can take to prepare for a Cascadia earthquake. These steps are essential for ensuring the safety and well-being of our families and communities. These steps range from simple actions we can take at home to community-wide initiatives that require collaboration and planning. It's important to start with the basics and build from there. Create a family emergency plan. This plan should include evacuation routes, meeting points, and contact information for family members. Make sure everyone in the family knows the plan and practices it regularly. Build an emergency kit. This kit should contain essential supplies such as water, food, first aid supplies, a flashlight, a radio, and extra batteries. Don't forget to include any necessary medications and important documents. Secure your home. Anchor heavy furniture to the walls, install earthquake-resistant latches on cabinets, and make sure your water heater is properly strapped. These measures can prevent injuries and reduce damage during an earthquake. Participate in earthquake drills. Familiarize yourself with drop, cover, and hold-on procedures and practice them regularly. Drills help ensure that everyone knows what to do when an earthquake strikes. Get involved in your community. Support local initiatives to improve earthquake preparedness, such as strengthening building codes and conducting public awareness campaigns. Community involvement is key to building resilience. Remember, preparedness is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. Regularly review and update your plans and supplies to ensure they remain effective. By taking these steps, we can create a culture of earthquake readiness and build more resilient communities. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a safer future for everyone. Section 9. Conclusion. A call to action for a safer future. The Cascadia subduction zone is a stark reminder of the awesome power of nature. The earthquake it will inevitably produce has the potential to be the worst natural disaster in North American history. But this is not a reason to despair, it is a call to action. We cannot prevent earthquakes, but we can prepare for them. By taking proactive steps to mitigate risks, we can save lives, protect our communities, and build a more resilient future. The time to act is now. Let's work together to ensure that when the next Cascadia earthquake strikes, we are ready.